Welcome to Building My Legacy podcast. This podcast is designed for leaders and entrepreneurs who want to leave a legacy and will provide strategies that focus upon key elements for legacy creation, determining your desired impact and its benefit, increasing your legacy's reach by engaging key stakeholders, planning, prioritizing, and executing. Here's your host, Dr. Lois Sonstegard.
Welcome to Building My Legacy podcast. Today, I have with me today Nadiya Manji. She has a consulting, coaching, healing, wellness business. She has worked with people in many different ways, really looking at how do you bring all those components together to have a healed and more fulfilled life. So I'm going to let you, Nadiya, explain that a little bit more. And then I want to come back and spend some time really focusing on what you talk about, which is setback to comeback, because I think that is, we all feel those setbacks sometimes, and we are eager to come back after them. So taking a look at what is that, how do you work with people in creating that? So I'll let you start by sharing your story and what have got you started doing what you're doing, what you do, and how you see it impacts people's lives.
Thank you, Lois. Thank you so much for having me over. I truly appreciate it. And having to connect with like-minded people is always great, and spreading the word and the good work you're doing, bringing all the coaches and people together. So I appreciate you reaching out and giving us opportunity to share a story. So thank you, first of all. Thank you to all the audience who have shown up today and taken interest in learning or hearing about myself. So as they heard that I'm Nadiya Manji, I call myself a master transformational coach. And my story begins with, as I say, that I started my journey as a clairvoyant. I was 8 years old when I discovered that I have some spiritual gifts, and learning about it, how the energy works. It was a journey which was initially very hard. Finished my education, got married, and then started helping people with my spiritual gifts around the world. I spent my time in Africa for 18 years, from 1995 to 2013. And it was a beautiful journey where I helped many people with my gifts and my healing work. So I did a lot of healing, energy work, trying to help people. People were coming for guidance. And then working with them, when you work, and it's a big experience when you start to work, you understand that there were gaps. People were looking for answers and they wanted more clarity. And I look at it that when somebody says they are clairvoyant or they are born with these gifted abilities, at times they are perceived to be labeled and secluded from the society. And every time when I was meeting people and connecting with the guidance, what I was getting, being born with a spiritual gift is a gift on its own. And it's a responsibility that you share with people. So I found that there's something missing. So I was very intrigued in 2009 to take the coaching route, understanding the life coaching part, because I was getting a lot of inquiries about that. And people were calling me their life coach because they found a lot of guidance, and whatever I suggested and whatever I helped them do, they were immensely grateful in their business and in their life. So from there, I started coaching and life coaching. And then I was part of a lot of businesses, dealing with lots of executives around the world. So I figured that the part which was missing was the therapy. So I went for that and then completed the package, the one-stop transformation, where you get the clairvoyant guidance, you get the coaching, you get the healing, you get the therapy. So you get a clear purpose to align yourself with destiny. And what is really required in this journey, in the transformation, emotional intelligence is one of the pillars of my teaching. And whatever I coach or I teach or I train as emotional intelligence is one of the pillars of the transformational programs I have. So that's how my journey began. So that's my story. And as I said, that it's been almost 20 years that I've been doing. I started in my 20s, and now I'm mother of 3 kids, married, and the 20 years of journey. It's been wonderful and very fulfilling, reaching out to as many people and guiding them. It's a fulfilling purpose.
So Nadiya, when people come to you, generally, what are the challenges that they're experiencing that brings them to you, that has them seek out a life coach, for example?
I think it's about feeling lost, confused, or stuck. Those are the three words which I've heard around my career. I feel lost. I feel stuck. I'm confused. And at that time, there's a lot out there, Lois. If you look around, there's so much to offer. There's so many great people offering their services. And some of them are genuinely there to help you. And sometimes people do get affected by the way they've been treated. So there was this, I always heard that I've tried everything. I've gone to this one. I've tried this. Nothing's working. So my landing was, I always felt that I was their last stop to find out what's happening, because intellectually, with the intellectual mind, they've tried everything. With logical mind, they tried to figure out. And the spiritual mind is when they want to dive the why this is happening to me, then they look out for help. So that's how they landed at my platform. And word of mouth has always been the great reference for my work. And I myself have suffered from hiding identity, because being a clairvoyant or having psychic abilities, it's like a label. You're not appreciated at times. You're not accepted at times. I'm not saying not everyone does it, but when you go into business or corporate industry or faculty, it's not considered to be valued. So it was very difficult, and yet having to have that mind with business alignment and having to have this gift, which is from the right brain and spiritual brain, it was a challenge. So when they come to me and when they spend time with me, they understand that it's not only the woo-woo, it's literally about the life purpose. It's literally about the life path. So that's how they land with me, and then they start their journey. And most of the time, I would say that over 90%, I have a record of sustaining my clients around the last 20 years, retention, whatever work they have done. So when I reach out now, it's not always about looking for more clients. It's more about how I can help you and add value. And if you think this is for you, someone like me you're looking for, who can be one-stop transformational stop for you, then I think I'm the right person for you to reach out to.
So, Nadiya, you talk about setback to comeback. What is that all about?
So again, it goes back to story that I married an entrepreneur, and the life that we lived, that many times we've had losses and going down and then coming back. It's all about when we've always heard that when you hit the bottom, you rise above. So in that way, I came up that with the strategy setback to come back, that every time we lost money or we lost businesses and trying to rebuild your life again and moving around continents or cities, helped me build this resilience and the bouncing back strategy for setback to come back. So I created this program where they land with me and I see their challenges, and then I take them through this 4 or 5 step process that I have, depending on a unique individual, what you really require, and take you through this process to feel back into life with courage, with faith, with clarity, confidence, and strategies.
So you have a 3 or 4 step process. Would you be willing to share in sort of large brushstrokes what that means? What does that involve?
So it's all about, people talk about mindset. Obviously, it's a whole program. So I'll give you the high level approach or understanding of my
Please.
program. Is that, what did I go through? What was my challenges? How does it feel to lose everything? How do you feel at that moment? As an entrepreneur, you go through challenges. Your stress and your anxiety levels are different than normal person who is suffering from relationship anxiety. The person who is as an entrepreneur and putting everything at risk, sometimes a job, the time with the family, the health, you put a lot at risk. And then what you go through in building from not having nothing from something, that's the journey that I cover in those steps from their story. Because you have your unique story. It doesn't matter what I say, because my story may not resonate with everybody, but you have your story and you are the hero of that story. So you need the right guide and the right leadership to have those steps to take you through your mindset, to your feel set, to your soul set, to your skill set. And then you find the whole program very, very useful to getting into this whole segment of your mindset, your feel set, your soul set, and your skill set, that I actually check it out and help you with the guidance with my gifts that I have and align you with your destiny. that this is what you were supposed to go through. This is why you went through, and these are the lessons. And now let's take it from here. And this is what is going to work out based on your passion, your potential.
Got it. So let's go through those 4 things again. It was mindset, soul set,
feel set, and skill set.
And
so your mindset, mindset is all about your beliefs. Mindset is about how you have been experiencing life, whether it's life or business, whatever you experience, it's your truth. You can come back and say that I'm scared of moth when I'm sitting in the office, and the other person may laugh at you, but it's your truth. So your mindset is very valuable in creating the life or the comeback strategy. And then whatever your feelings are, your emotions, that how you go through, because I am an emotional intelligence expert, and transformation program is very majorly involved with transformation and emotional intelligence. So, and then we go into soul set, that about your soul purpose, what your purpose is, what is holding you back. Energetically, I do a lot of clearing.
A lot of what?
Clearing, energy clearings that I do. And once emotionally you are stable, then you start going into your soul purpose and you get a high level understanding of your challenges. And then you get strategies and you start clearing. And then you build your skill to fight back and come back. Because if you ask any successful person, they have had a setback and how they come back. Everyone is at different level. So I cannot say that this exactly I'm going to do with you and the same person is going to experience the same. I actually design it based on your energy, based on your life path, your potential, your purpose. And then you get the guidance and you rebuild yourself as you overcome your challenges.
Got it. So what are the biggest obstacles people face as they start down this journey with you to come back? Come back takes a lot of energy, a lot of work, a lot of courage.
Courage, yes.
Right?
Courage is the word. I think because when you seek out help is when you have tried everything and you're not able to help yourself. I think that's a normal phenomenon for everybody. As you look around, that people will say, oh, I tried walking, but this doesn't work, so I'm changing my shoes. I tried this diet, it's not working, so now I'm trying this. So you've tried based on yourself, everything which you know with your ability and capabilities. So when you come to me, it's that I've tried this. So it's basically looking at what you've tried and what didn't work. Because it's not about the other person is more successful because they're more intelligent or they're more lucky. It's about what did they do right? What steps did they take that made them? So what is your story? Your story has a power. And you need to learn from your experiences. And making those experiences lessen and re-implementing them as your comeback strategy, it's when you require a good transformational coach.
Got it. So for you, what gives you the most passion with what it is that you do?
Helping, service. Yeah, it's service. It's about knowing and utilizing my gifts, what I have. The day I had the acknowledgement about these gifts, I knew that there's a responsibility to help. It's not about making money out of it. It's a monetary gain that you are giving the service and in exchange. But it's important what a difference am I going to make in someone's life? And when I got that feedback from people when I was helping in that small, because I had little kids and I was just helping and the people gave me feedback, oh my God, with your help, I achieved so much. Or see where I've reached and you guided us and we managed to do this. It was very fulfilling. And that's the real purpose. Because when you're passionate about what you do, money doesn't matter. Excellence matters. You give your best to help the person. So the goal is you. It's not about me. My passion is you. How passionate are you to make a difference in your life? That makes me passionate to make that difference in your life.
Yeah. So Nadiya, I want to come back to something you talked about, and that is working off of people's personal energy level and kind of assessing what that is, and then using that as really your jumping off point for some of the other things that you do. Talk a little bit about that, and how do you assess energy level? What does that really mean for you?
So because of the sensitivity to energies, your aura, that we all have energetic field around us. We are more than the physical body. We're not only the physical body, right? And what really controls is your mindset and your emotions. And that's what it projects out. So first thing when you come to me is, as I assess your energy and I ask you what is the problem you're going through. First thing, if you've hired me, it's important that I ask you what brought you to me. And then listening to your story and then tapping into your energy, which is my gift, to tell you that this is what I'm sensing and this is what I feel intuitively, that this is coming to me. And then if it resonates with the person, and usually it's my belief and 20 years of experience, is that when you come from a place of honesty and truth, you get the path. You just need someone to hold your hand. You just need someone to tell you it's going to be okay. And then your coach and yourself, you work together. So first, energy is what you bring in. Whatever you bring in, that determines how I'm going to be helpful to you. If you came for your marriage, let's say you had challenges and it's reflecting in your business, then it starts from there. If you came for your business and that's affecting your relationship and your health, then it starts from there. It's where you come, it begins. There's no standard process that, I will start from there. But yes, I have to hear your story and then find the discomforts and challenges and transform them into your strengths and courage and success.
Wow. So could you give us without divulging any private issues, can you give us an example of somebody that you've helped? What did they come with? What was the process? What did you help them walk through? Just so people are a little bit clear about what your process is and how it works.
So there's so many examples, but I'm going to go with the business one because that's where people right now, they need more support and they want to see how they can bring their money and their financial situations better. So let's start with that. Let's say somebody came into this COVID. I lost my business is not doing well, and I've had a lot of financial problems. So the first thing is that what is it ending into? What is it, the path that they're going to experience and they are going to see? So energetically, what I sense, and I use my intuition to help them, their path, how long it is going to take them to come out of it, or is it something they need to make a different decision or change strategy, pivot? So whatever I channel, I give them that information first so they can find that there is hope. And it's very honest answers. They're not sugar-coated that it's all going to be okay. If it is sorted in 2 years, it's sorted in 2 years. That's what I sense. So once I have a good sense of the problem, so how do I go from here? What exactly is happening? I don't have money. I don't have that. So checking every step of their strategies, that how they're taking in life and business, or processes they need to take, the right people they need to look out for. Because sometimes when you're in the problem, you don't know how to think wider or out of the box. You need someone else, a coach, to tell you that how about thinking this way. So giving them then options, going through the options and what works and resonates with them, because they have this clarity plan. And that doesn't mean that you're interfering with divine or universe with their plan or judging their future. It's just helping them cope and creating their own coping strategy. That's the goal at the first level. So once we've discussed and identified that this is the coping mechanism, this is the time frame that they need, and then they say that I think I need to close the business or I need to restart, I start helping, using a lot of spiritual energy to calm down, to see clarity and how you move forward, and then getting into business strategies where what I can help with. I can help with emotional part, beliefs, values, and then I outsource or guide them that maybe this person can help you, or they already have other people. And then building that skill set, that this is your ability that you are going to do. And this is the rest you have to let out. You have to delegate. So I think that's how I take them into process and guides them with their limiting beliefs and how to do connection. Because those are my strengths: connection, emotional intelligence, getting clarity, clearing the environment, finding their purpose. That's how I help them. And once they have those tools, they build on that.
Got it. So Nadiya, our time is running quickly. What have we not talked about that people should know about that you would like them to know in terms of coaching or transformation or coming out of this COVID?
I think it's all about, if you take responsibility that whatever is happening around you is an opportunity for you to transform. So if you are going to take responsibility instead of blame, If you stop blaming that this happened, that's why this happening to me. If you take responsibility and you find that, yes, I take full responsibility where I am, there's a reason for this is happening to me, trusting the process, reach out to the right coach, whoever you resonate with, and you need support. It's the same way when you're at the hospital, even when your surgery is done, you do need nurses and caretakers to take care of you. It's the same way. Look at a coach as a caretaker. In this time, you can't talk about things to other people, your family members. You need clarity. So once you take responsibility, then whatever is happening to me, I'm willing to change, and I accept this has happened, and now I want to move on. You come out of the blame strategy. And once you come out of the blame, you're in a very good place.
Blame is so difficult, isn't it? Because when we get there, we end up being victims, and then we get so stuck.
Yes, absolutely. As I say, that coming to me, you reflect every area of your life. If you go on my website, you'll find that I have a wheel that I work with. It's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, environmental. I check every area of your life when you come to me. Where is the loop? Where is the leak? What is it that needs to be rebuilt? Where is the problem? And then from there, we work together, work on the beliefs, work on the values, aligning them. And then things start opening because we're all energies. Universe is equal to everybody. Yes. Universe is equal to everyone. But you have your path and you have your lessons. And once you embrace it, you start succeeding. That's what happened to my journey. From the time to have no dollar to have some dollars, it was a journey. Because you're alone in that journey. You're alone. And you know, yet you can seek out.
I think that is often where people get so stuck it's that reaching out.
Reaching out. That's what I'm saying. Reach out. Look for who is right for you.
Very good. Very nice. Nadiya, it is wonderful to hear your experience and what it is that you're doing. And I appreciate what you're talking about in terms of energy, because I think, especially when we've gone through what we've gone through with COVID, there's a lot of energy drained, and people are trying to find how to rebuild it and how to find new vision for themselves for the coming year.
Yeah, it's all about clarity. So once you get clarity, you rebuild. You rebuild again. And you can do it. You can do it. If you believe, if you reach out, and you're willing. If you're willing to have a breakthrough, if you're willing to crack the code, then yes, I'm very open. They can visit nadiyamanji.com and see my programs. They can go to Profound Wellness and see what services I offer. I do internationally virtual calls. I meet people in person, whatever they prefer. My book is Searching for Balance. That's about when I met with I died in that accident and rediscovered myself. So that was again a setback. They're having to have everything and then still finding the loss, because you become either master of leapfrogging or you stay stuck crying over spilled milk. So that was my story, that I was a frog, the leaper, that I would always leap. I would not process information like pain or challenges. I just go ahead. And then when I met with an accident, there was not much difference that the way we were hit with the COVID or what I was hit with the accident is a similar situation. You just feel frozen, disconnected. You don't know what's happening to you. So that book can be a good resource. That book can be a very good resource for people to find life, to understand about energy, to understand about emotional baggages. Because everything's coming up at the surface right now, right? And you have to deal with it. So you are going through transformation. Just trust the process. And in this process, if you can find the right coach, right person, reach out.
Finding the right everything is sort of the key, isn't it? But first of all is that honesty of saying, you know what, things aren't working. I need to look at doing this in a different way.
Yes. Having to pivot is where you doubt. Everything will come at the surface. Self-doubt, self-talk, self-critic, all the self will go against you first. And then you go back in and you say, you know what? It starts with me. And that's the real transformation. I have my very famous quote that everybody appreciates is, if they all appreciate when in my book, is change is inevitable. Transformation is a choice.
So true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Many things we have to choose, but growing and transforming is a choice.
Yeah. Transformation is a choice. So if you want to make that choice, then I'm the right person. You can come and you can explore this world with energies because you're very powerful. You'll hear people saying on Facebook everywhere that you're very powerful, you can change, but you don't know how.
Right. That is true.
Someone who can help you with the spiritual gifts, with enlightenment. Yeah.
On that note, Nadiya, thank you so much. Knowing is everything, and seeking also is so important. Thank you for being our guest today on Building My Legacy podcast. And for those of you who are listening, thank you. And please remember to visit our website at buildtomorrow.com with the number 2, and then our social media platforms that are also at buildtomorrow.com. Thank you so much, Nadiya.
You're welcome, Lois. Thank you so much for having me over. I wish you all the best. And you can reach out many more people and help so many people the way you're doing. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've been listening to Building My Legacy podcast with Dr. Lois Sonstegard. To book your appointment with Dr. Sonstegard, visit www.buildtomorrow.com.